Hello, everybody. How are you doing? So, let me welcome you to Food Alchemy Network. Today's show is brought to you by myself. Coffee with Orby is not here today. So, Dr. D will be taking up that slack right now and getting into it just to do it. So, I want to welcome everyone. Food of Alchemy Network. And I will, oops, there it is. Okay, I'm gonna say I got a man in the phones and man in it down. So, welcome me to the network. I hope everybody's doing good, feeling good, running with that Monday energy. I had a video that I wanted to play. I want to see where it's at. It did do the auto save. So for the next 10 minutes, just be 2 minutes. Uh-oh. Nope, not what I wanted. That's the one I wanted. So let's see if you can hear it. Woo. Okay, I guess it went on. So it's good. Yeah, whatever. Alrighty, things decided they wanted to go to the left instead of to the right. I want to welcome you. So, how are you guys feeling about this holiday? What does it represent to you guys out there on this very day? Do it represent, um, like you guys are not really into the holidays and everything for, my own personal reasons? But if you do, and it's okay if you do, that's cool too. I I just feel that they do not represent me as a person because they stand for something that is not true. But then don't we make up stuff just along the way, just to get along, just to have something to celebrate? It's a made up holiday for what? Thanksgiving, they slaughter a turkey, and something about the pilgrims being all ever and da 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 da. All that falsehood, which I don't, I really don't too much go for too much about the holidays. So I'm not a really a holiday person, Christmas, but I like to give homage. I like that the time of the year brings people, families closer together to sit down. But remember back in the day, I know this before my time, everybody used to come together and sit down at the table on a Sunday. And you would sit down, you would partake of all the foods that was cooked up and given. And then they have these holidays that were made up or make us feel good about each other. You know what I mean? So I'm like, what the heck? How really important are the holidays to you and what do they represent to you? Does it mean that it brings your family closer together or apart? Because the closer it gets to Christmas, people get crazy. They go in debt, they go in bankruptcy, they have all these issues that I must say they go through the world and they have problems with. You know what I mean? Like this is the time most people file bankruptcy. This is the most time that people go in debt to big gifts that they buy things they can't afford. They put it on credit cards they can't afford. And to me that is ridiculous. I like the concept of Kwanzaa, of giving back and doing things for your community, being part of your community, but also for the fact that gifts are made or they are relevant to what the child needs. And they're celebrating the harvest that is done versus the verses of the birthday of a man. But you know that and gift giving. So then Santa Claus come in. But where the heck does Santa Claus come from? And who made up Santa Claus? And I mean, these are the questions that you got to think about, or I think about. And why is he so important? Just like the Easter Bunny. You know, where you get your Easter clothes from for real? Your parents buy your Easter clothes. Your parents buy your Christmas gifts. You know, the Santa nice, the fantasy is nice, but then when they get up, they realize that my parents lied to me all these years, and then there's questions that you got to deal with betrayal. So I like the honesty approach of telling your kids there's no such thing as Santa Claus or no such thing as the Easter Bunny. I buy you clothes, I do this, I do that. So if it wasn't for me, you know, we don't make it. So kids don't get disappointed when they don't get gifts and think, oh, Santa Claus doesn't like me or Santa Claus doesn't love me. It makes them feel inadequate as a child. You know, they feel some kind of way, so it plays a part in their psyche. And how could they not feel that? I'm just saying these are things that go through my mind on a Monday. Hotty hotty hoo. I'm just saying, I think about all the things we could be doing during this time and giving thanks and talking to our family and loved ones and saying, you know what, I love you and appreciate you, just not during the holidays, but all year round. If you realize, if you appreciate all your loved ones all year round, what the place this world would better be. It would be a better place because you appreciate them just not on the holidays, but all year round. Picking up the phone and saying hello, writing a letter, just dropping off the flower at the base of the door just because. Or you know, like, you know, there's a young student struggling in school, sending a box of oodles or noodles or whatever, or I won't even say oodles, macaroni and cheese, whatever they can do that they can have in their room so they'll have a meal. Maybe even a little electronic gizmo gadget that so they're able to actually get meals in their homes. You know, or give them a certificate to maybe what is those? This new company that comes out, they have this vegan meals, they have whole food meals, they have different meals that children, all they well, children, but families, all they got to do is just heat up. They don't even have to prepare them. So what about giving them a certificate for 2 weeks or whatever for them to be able to eat while they're studying so they're not worried? What about you know, picking your grandmom, your mom, your aunt, or whoever, an elder up and taking them shopping and walking with them so that they can get their groceries done. I mean, that is something we give all the time. Finding out what their medicines are, talking to them, take them to the drugstore. These are different things that we have gotten so out of touch of with our families that we're not doing, that our elders are left at the wayside, and even our children that we're not checking on them because we're so caught up what the Joneses is doing and what the Joneses has. They got this Mercedes, so I must get a Mercedes. If they got a house, I got to get another house. And believe me, I came from a family like, in that function of in the neighborhood. My neighbor got this, so another neighbor got that. Now I got neighbor, and everybody was out competing with each other. And the thing is, like, at the end of the day, you're in debt for what? You get a motorcycle, so I got to get a motorcycle, and it's got to be a better. And you get a motorcycle, so my motorcycle, I got to trade it up and get another motorcycle. Or you know what? I got a hot girl, so I mean, it's always up leveling, and we're in debt. So then we're creating this vicious cycle of just going around and around, and our pockets getting thinner, and that's not owning much. And like I've come to tell you, even that I believe, even though we might pay our house off, even though we might pay our car off, even though we pay these things off, you still owe a premium. You still have to pay taxes. On your car, you have to pay your registration and your taxes every year. You have to renew. Even your license, you have to renew every so often. I mean, so really, what do you really own? Um, I was watching brother Craig Lee is a gentleman that was talking about this, and I agree, and I talked about this too, about people fighting over land. And to me, it didn't make any sense. So the point is, why do you own this land when you're still paying taxes on it? What about the free land? There are places that you're not really supposed to pay the taxes on the land. And you know who get away with not paying taxes on their land and stuff like that? Nonprofit organization, churches, just saying. They don't have to pay taxes on stuff like that. But they're open to ridicule, they're open to some things of the government. And then they say religion and the state are supposed to be separate. So tell me, how's that separate? I think somebody's sleeping in somebody's pocket, but that's just me. Well, we won't go there today. I won't talk about religion. I'm just saying. Some people are actually sadder and more suicidal during the holidays than any other time because they don't have any family, don't have any friends, and no one's checking up on them. So I would like to say, if you know a friend that is single, that doesn't have a family or not close with their family, don't have a relationship, check on them. Stop by and just maybe bring some cookies, or have a cup of tea with them. Or since we're in COVID right now, how about making them some cookies from your home and sending it to them, and actually setting up a Skype call or a Zoom call or a Facebook call or a FaceTime. These are some things, there's some ways to help those individuals as well as yourself. How about seeing, really taking, initiative and finding out what can you do? Recommend a movie. Maybe even, like, if you have the extra funds, provide them with a Netflix ticket, or a Hulu, or what is it? Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, all these different things that they can watch movies while we're going on in COVID, that they have to be separated at this time, or help them find other outlets that they can be part of. Even maybe sitting down and going and then being part of a group that they're able to be part of. So at this time, I think that would really help them get out of that funk. And if like I said, it's during that time and they don't have it, they really get really, really down. So just saying hello, how are you? And smiling, seeing a smiling video. Yeah, yeah. That will brighten someone's day. And the way you speak, hey, how are you doing? I was thinking of you, blah, 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 blah. It helps them. Help someone that's not used to having a phone call or someone. So my thing is always treat somebody like you want to be treated. So that's why I try to check on my friends when they're going through things. That's why I I try to really stay in conversation of what they're going and at what aspect they're going through, because people be going through some really stuff, and right now it's just wackadoodle for sure. People, it is off the charts. And I had said this before, I had told you when it came, even before the election, I told you after it was going to be wackadoodle, and it's definitely wackadoodle. All of the time, the fall, it was going to be wackadoodle. People don't know whether they're coming and going. I just got informed today by a lawyer I talked to. Everybody that think they're free skating or not paying their rent, let me tell you, they are about to do the boot. Talking to my lawyer and was like, what do you think is happening? Because, landlords are getting away with some stuff, some tenants are getting away with some stuff. So people out there that are not paying their rent because they feel like they don't have to or they don't want to, come January, they have a law that's on the books, at least in Cali they do. They are going to be kicked up out. And I was like, "Ooh, I'm glad. I am glad I'm not in that place right now, or I don't want to ever be in that place. Let me cancel that. I don't ever want to be in that place." But what I'm saying is, y'all better get your stuff right. Some people out there telling that they can get free rent, da da da, da, and take that money and buy this and buy that. I'm not telling you take your money and buy this. I'm saying take care of your business. Take care of your business. Make sure that you have a roof over your head, that things are paid if you can. If not, make payment arrangements, talk to somebody, find some services, get your help, do what you got to do. If not, be creative. Do a business, something at home, something as even being on Amazon and taking phone calls and shipping orders or doing customer service. Do something. Ship it. What is it? Dash door. Do something. Don't get yourself caught out there where there is like no end and you're feeling lost. That is not what you want at this present time. It is not a place that you want to be at this time, because the new year is coming. Yeah, everybody's talking about, oh, by Christmas, maybe Joe Biden and or Trump or whoever's in the house. It still hasn't been decided yet. I'm still waiting for that announcement to say who's who. We're just saying, but it is what it is. Um, they're going to, maybe by Christmas, they're going to pass out another check for the people to go spend the money to get the economy. That is really not going to help right now. That is not going to help the economy right now. It's not going to help the people that are losing their homes because they didn't make enough money, because the jobs, because the doctors are even not in the hospital that much. The nurses are not in the hospital that much. They are taking shifts, so they're taking a downgrade in pay. The lab technicians are not in there like they used to. They're taking a downgrade in pay. The fast food restaurants that used to hire da 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 da. Some of them doing good and some of them are not. But the thing is, they don't have the capacity, so they don't have to have that many people in there. You know what I mean? So look at the downgrade, what's going on in your society and your community, and figure out, like, yeah, you know what I mean? There's more and more people lining up for food banks because they can't afford food. There's more and more people out here on trying to get to social services, and they are so overwhelmed with so many people that they have to help. They don't have the funds or the resources to actually help the people that they have been geared up for their organization for. You know what I'm saying? So that in itself is rough and tough. What do you do? How do you come together? This is a time to come together more than ever. But how can you come together when everybody's supposed to be separated? Besides talking to someone, what can you do from a distance? These are the things I said, I like to not only just talk the problem, but I like to come up with a solution, how we can help there and be there and do something different. You know what I mean? Develop a plan with your friend and your family. Find out what they're doing. What's going on with them. Do you have do you have a safety kit in your bathroom or your kitchen if something happens? Do you have the things that you need to make sure, even if they run out? Like, they were running out of so much alcohol at the Walmarts and the Walgreens, I'm sorry, and the CVS and the drugstore, that they didn't have no more. So guess what? People had to be inventive, just like back in the day. So they went and started buying alcohol, 80%, 80 grain or 80 proof alcohol, something like that. Because the grain alcohol that used to be, you can't buy that too much in the stores. So they had to be something inventive. Is that going to help? I don't. I'm just saying, what herbs do you have in your cabinet? Because I'm even telling you, the thing is, I got a boudet. I got a boudet because I didn't want to be one of them schmucks out there looking for toilet paper. Do you know, I was even here there? There's old ladies in the supermarket fighting for sugar. I was like, "Are you serious?" Because and they had to put a limit on how much sugar you were gonna get. This is the stuff that is like chaotic, unnecessary. So if you don't have sugar, what are you going to do? Maybe some honey. I don't use white sugar anyway, so it, for me, it don't bother me. The flour was going. They had to put the limit on the flour. They were fighting over sugar and and flour. I don't use regular flour. I use gluten free. If not, I have the stuff to make it gluten free so that I'm good. You know, things that is just outside the norm. Like, that's why I keep outside the box. That is how I survive. Out thinking outside the box. Plant based, something that's not going to go wrong, something that is really going to help the body. I'm always thinking, because this world is a slippery slope. And the best thing I can tell you, if you have some skills, real skills, make sure that you're able to barter with your real skills. You'll be surprised how things can be done. Because this vision that I seen when my son was 18, it was nothing fierce. It's coming true. What? Uh, he was 18. I had the dream before he turned 18. So I'm going to say I had this dream about 20 something years ago about how the world was, why I got my credentials, why I do and have so many. Like, oh, why do you do this? Because I wanted to make sure if anything ever go down, electric, whatever, that I'm going to have some skills that I can use. You come up to me, I have something that you're going to want because I'm that marketable, and that I'm going to be able to feed my children and take care of myself. That is called self-sufficient. And that's always I ever want to be self-sufficient. I don't want to depend on the government for my food, for my this, for my that. I think self-sufficient is where we need to be, and rely on our community. Live in a community that you can count on and they can count on you, that you build each other up and you help each other expand. That's what I like to see. But will I see it? I don't know. So many people burning communities down and just have a disconnection. I'm just like, I don't know. But this is me. Let's come up with a beautiful solution. My thing is, my challenge is for everybody. The reason that I played the meditation, and like I said, I'll continue to be making my meditational things, and it's going to get better. This is just something new. I just found out I could actually do it on here. But what I am going to do is that I am going to really, my challenge for myself is to start meditating even more than 3 times a day, because it's really needed because of the situation we're going through. I need to really give the energy out. So I challenge you, as my food alchemy audience, the challenge to not challenge, yeah, the challenge to meditate at least twice a day. Once when you get up and once before you go to bed. That is my challenge to you, to meditate twice or more a day. Once when you go to bed and once when you get up, and see how your day goes in alignment. See how your things come in alignment to you, with you, and for you. I'm just saying, you'll start seeing some changes. You'll start seeing people go away, and you'll start seeing the people that support you start coming. That's what you want. So that's one thing. Also, words that you speak words of power. That is so important. Speak your words, spells. When you're learning spelling, you are learning a spell. SPLL. When you learn spelling, words have vibrations. The words that you speak carry off, not only in this place right now around you, but also in the future. And you want to clear that up. So if you're saying something, cancel it right away if that's not what you mean, and bring up what you need. Say, okay, and sometimes we foolishly or ignorantly say things we really don't mean, like, I blank, 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 that H word, blank, 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 someone or something. Guess what? When you say that, you're going to get challenged sometimes. Or you might be saying this, and let me tell you, someone say, you know what? I wish I wouldn't have prayed for patience or said I want patience. You know what? You know how you get patience? It's keep being tried. I mean, it's simple as that. If you say, you know what? I I want more patience. I ain't saying that. I don't want more patience. I'm just saying, you're gonna be tried until you like, you know what? I needed to work on my patience. But that's what I asked for, right? So I gotta live up to this challenge. All right. I see you. I see you. I'm just saying. So say stuff like, you know what? I want love in my life. I want beautiful love in my life. I want I want abundance in my life. I am wealthy. I walk in wealth. I walk in health. I mean, these are just simple things. You're just thinking they're simple, but they're not. They're words, and they vibrate. Like when I say certain things, my whole body is like, ooh, 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 is in, and make sure it's in agreement. When you start having visions and you're in agreement, you'll start seeing things manifest. And when you start seeing things like, you know what, I was just talking about that. When you see it keep saying up, it's like, I got you, girl. I'm almost there. I got you. I got you. And you just say, okay, Ashe, I got you. Thank you. Thank you. I know you on your way. That's all you can say because you know it's coming. At least that's how I feel when I see it. And when I see something that I've talked about and I know that I want it, it's like a door opening. I'm like, oh man, like I said, I want this. And then it's like, okay. I talk myself into even some of the things we can talk ourselves into. Check this out. I wanted this person. I was like, you know what? I want my mate. I want him to be bad, but bop, 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 bop. And I wanted him to be a smart aleck, bop, 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 bop. Guess what rolled up in my door? A smart aleck and all the things. A lot of the things I wanted, but some of the negative things, when you actually see them up and cursing, I was like, wait a minute. I manifest that. I manifest that because that's what I thought I wanted, because I wanted them to feel a separate way. So it's like, girl, stop it. Stop it, stop it, stop it. So what you say is to refix that in what you're saying, how you're saying. Uh let's fix this. What do I want? How do I want it? And I watched myself. So I was like, okay, now I got my list. I got this. And because I want this certain beings in my life, they got to come correct. Okay? They got to come correct for me and be about that. So I make sure, and it's like, oh man. And then a friend, I remember when I learned to chant, she said, you know what? When you chant and you ask for something, it's like you walking from here. At the time I lived in New Jersey. She says, like you walking here from New Jersey to Philadelphia. And you know how long walk that is? And she didn't say car, she said walking. So sometimes it's so far away, and sometimes it's so close because you're right there. So when you think about it, she said that's when you start doing the work. And like I said to you before, sometimes when you want to mate, you are not ready for that mate. You're not there for that mate, and they might not be ready for you, and they got work to do on themselves, or you have work to do on yourself. And if you're growing in the work and they are stagnant, do you think you want to be with somebody that's stagnant when they're stagnant, but you're growing. You grow apart and thinking, well, shoot, suppose them you could have went in that relationship and stopped growing. You know what I mean? You could have went in that relationship and stopped growing altogether. Like, dad, girl, what's going on? Or I was sitting there and I was doing blah blah blah. What's up, dude? Me and my friend was talking, and I was thinking, you being a male. See, I have a lot of male friends. I always had a lot of male friends, more than female. So I had to grow and learn how to relate to other women in my life. Because my best friends were males. So guys I hang around were males. So I kind of knew that energy. So of course I have that masculine energy at times that I ain't taking no stuff. So I'd be like, women, I don't got time for y'all. Y'all catty, y'all blah, 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 blah. I had reasons why I didn't want to be around women because what I seen. But then there's like, okay, I don't like being around certain type of women. And I had to define that, what women I didn't want to be with. And I, parted. And it was pretty cool. And then I start to develop and grow and develop, and the people that I needed start coming in my life and started circling me. Because like I say, we're always searching for our tribe. Who is part of your tribe? Who's part of your sacred circle? Who got your back? Who gonna be there when you got the ugly tears? Lacey, go away. This is not your video. This grandma video. Go away. All right, now I'm putting you off the video. Go away. Go away. Go away. I'm sorry. She thinks she's supposed to be part of the video too. So, I'm just saying. So, when you're searching for your tribe, make sure their tribe really supports you and you support them and they have your back. Because it's easy to be fooled by people that think, oh yeah, I got your back. I'm for you. I love you. And then later find out, no, they're not for you. Miss Lacey, I've been trying to get you off the camera. Get off my camera. Go on now. Go on. Thank you. Thank you, boo-boo girl. So what does your tribe look like? What does your tribe feel like? When it's down and out, they got your back. If your house was to catch on fire, if your car would to be whatever, repossessed, or you're trying to think of some other things, or you had a death in your family, who would be there for you? Who could you know that you could talk to, call, and know they got your back and they just come running? Like, girl, I got you. That's a true friend. That's a true friend. So you want to keep them dear. When things go south, do they got your back? Yeah. When you need to talk, are they there? Can you pick up the phone and say hello? Yeah, they got your back. You can say this, talk to them, and they're like, you know what? I got you. I got you. Because they do. But then you get times where the people you start to feel when you start growing And it's not you, is because you're elevating, those other people start to fall off. And even, I'll give you an example, even some of the mentors that you had, you thought like, okay, they the bomb.com, or they just all that and then some. There's no way possible I can be like that, but that's who I want to be. Or, I mean, these are just different things you put in your mind, but you are that and then some, because you are you, and what you make up, it is freaking amazing. It is that and then some. So you can be that, and work on it, what you need to work on yourself, and you'll get there. It's nice to admire, it's nice to talk to other people, but don't put them on a pedestal. I used to do that. I had a holistic teacher that I was like, she was the bomb because she was a woman of color. She had it going on. She understood about the holistic thing, and you know what I mean. And you know what happens when you put people up there in that on that pedestal, like they a deity or they a god or whatever, they fall from that pedestal. So your eyes, when you see them, have a tendency to be tarnished a little bit, because now it's like, man, I don't see them in the same light, and then you might fall away, and they still might have some good wisdom even though they're tarnished, because we all make mistakes, and we are not a walking deity on here. We are gods, as I said. We are gods, but we are not perfect. We are love, and we got to learn the things to get to love, to be love, and all the things that it encompasses for us to be loved. I'm just saying. So that's always on my quest daily, what to do and how to be a goddess. Stop playing with me. I'm gonna put you out. Go on. I'm gonna put you out. You being fresh now. Um, so that's some just think about that. So I know you guys, you'll probably miss Ori, Coffee with Ori being. This is his spot. So yep, I like that. That's a good saying. Beware of your idols, because their feet are made of clay. Ashe, 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 ashe. Hey, ashe, oh, up in the house, up in here. Just saying, I'm just feeling really good. Um, with all this chaos, and the thing is, I think how I stay in a great state of mind is that early on in my spiritual journey, I got to meet a great man by the name of Baba Ade. And he told me about the spirit that was in Yoruba, that was to be my head, um, and why. And it helped me understand. But also, that said, be part of the world, but not of the world, made much sense, even more so when he was saying it. Also, I stopped reading the newspaper. I stopped looking at TV. Um, what else? I don't listen to the radio. I mean, I don't do, I guess, I don't know what they say. I don't really know what's going on. So I had to find out if Escondido was closed down and the other week. Some certain parts of California was closed down. I was glad our little community was not closed down. Like other parts of there. Like I said, I live in like a little mountain town. And it's pretty cool. I live near Indian reservations in the mountains. So for me, that's cool. Um, I'm not saying no crime don't go on up here, they do. I'm not saying no police on up here, they do. But guess what? I live where I want to live. And the fact is, I like that I live in a gated community here. It's cool. Maybe there's, you know, too much, but I like that I live in a gated community. I like that we're protected. I like that you just can't walk up on my doorstep and go ding dong. I love that. That is just ooh 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 for me. I love it. So me, I'm cool. Um, I know that I only can get my mail from a certain time, another time, just to get my mail in a little box that I get. So that's cool for me too. I like that there's not a lot of traffic in my little town at times. What I don't like is when they're digging up the streets and they're digging up the streets and then you gotta wait and then it's like a long line. Like, oh my goodness, it took me 20 minutes. Should have took me 5 minutes to get somewhere. Because they digging up the streets and they be digging up big old paths because they putting down this 5G garbage. That again, I said we're not ready for. But how am I to say to fight the change that is coming? And you're going to find a lot more jobs online than you thought before. That is been the trend. And my thing is, I was suggesting to a friend of mine, if you're not getting a job, find something that you can do out of your home or something that is that is of your trade that you have your own business that you can do. So there are some things that you can do because, like I said, it's a lot of things. Even so much, they had a new ad which I really like was to actually have these companions for the elders for them to be able to get in touch with them online where they were talking to them so they had somebody that they could talk to because that's another thing that's lonely when you don't have somebody. A lot of these people, um, friends have died. um, some people gotten older, they died. Some of them, a show is going to talk about is they didn't get to say goodbye, but a lot of them are lonely. So I'm glad I got to see this service. It was an advertisement. um, I don't remember where I seen it, but I don't remember. It was just that I thought it was so nice that they were offering that, and I can't remember where I see it. Now I do watch a lot of YouTube videos. I do watch a lot of Gaia videos and information and stuff towards that talks about meditation and does yoga and other intergalactic and outer galactic stuff and beings and stuff. And I love that because that brings me a lot closer to the information that when I was studying with Baba Hadaru uh, about cosmology and the stars. I've always been fascinated by the stars. I've always been fascinated by the Dogon tribe. Always, always. But I knew that's not where my lineage came from, the Dogon tribe. So that's very important too. Uh, Yeah, potholes. Oh yeah, I'm looking at the words. I'm trying to like focus. Like I said, it's just me. So I'm out of my element, but it's okay. So and it's pretty cool. So are you guys enjoying this show? Do you have any questions for me? Like where you going? Um, it's just like so amazing. You guys know that I am still doing my challenge. I'm until December, and then my challenge is over. It's over. It's over. I got what? Ooh, I am just so excited. I thought, I'm trying to look at my little for the month of. It don't even want to show. Okay, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got 9 days left for my 30-day challenge, y'all. I did it. I did it. I did it. I mean, I'm excited that you get to see almost a month of videos that I've tried. But I am going to keep some things the same, which I do like. Um, I am definitely going to keep my Wednesday show, cooking with Dr. Gee. And I didn't realize that it was Thanksgiving, the day before Thanksgiving. So I am going to still do my alkaline drink, but let's bring tardy to the party, tardy to the party. So we're going to bring some cranberries to the party to get a little bit with it. So we're going to do that, and some other little things. So I'm trying to think what else. So that's one show, and my favorite show that has been really awesome. People listen to is Sensational Saturday. Sensational Saturday. I'm being candid, and it's, as I said, only for the grown folks. I had to put that on Spotify too because I forgot. And I didn't want somebody to be like, she was talking about blah, 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 blah. And then they banned my channel from Spotify and Fox and Cast and all them other things. So I didn't want that to happen. So I had to put explicit sex, 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 because I've done 3 shows, 2 to 3 shows. I think 3 shows of that. Being explicit. And I actually like that because I like the education. I like the feedback I got. I like even some of the emails that I got that people were saying that they didn't understand some of the things. And when I had put them out, they didn't have a clue. So it made me like, oh, they're listening. So that is definitely for 18 and up. And that reason I say that is because I'm very explicit. I know that I said on this Saturday, we're definitely going to talk about multiple relationships and how it affects the pros and the cons, um, and why I like to counsel people of that realm. And like I said, it's not for everybody. So that is another one that will stay on Saturdays, and Monday with Coffee with Ori. This is his show. Um, had a little something go on, so he could not be present today. And that's why I am in the house. Oh, okay, we can talk about that. Some things like I really like when I did my show with some of the other people, like back in the day. I talked about some dungeons. I talked about I have a video up that I uploaded that I went, like I said, I met with a guy that had a swingers club. I talked to different people from different parts of Shiloh Sacred Sexuality. I've taken those courses, and like I said, a good friend of mine that transitioned was a senior tantra teacher here in California, and she lived in Van Nuys, and I've seen a picture of her and me uh, around about this time is the time that she actually transitioned. So she transitioned and brought a lot to the table. She used to be on Food Alchemy Network. So if you ever want to go there, you'll want to look up Shama Helena. She was straight, direct to the point, and let you know how you could use your energy. She was just one of the good ones. And another person that transitioned is Mookie Khan. She was Australian. Uh, she transitioned and she had a show called P Talk. You put that together in your head. So she's been on, and I've had, like I said, Sheila Kwaikwadosha people on my show to talk about what it is, how it works, what it does, so and how important it is, and how it affects your life. I also was in a video for Amara Charles on. She's the author of Shilakwa Kwadosha and the Sexual Sacred Practice. I did a video with her one Christmas when I came out of understanding, and it opened me up of getting grounded and getting oh, thank you, getting grounded and getting connected with the earth as well as my guides. And that opened me up to meet different people from different sectors of different things, of like different lifestyles, but not only that, but holistically and unholistically, people that had restaurants, from judges and nurses. uh Met my friend um Wingman. He was from the UK, and something about those accents, it's like, ooh, I'm a girl for your accent. So it really, I really got to be broadened and widened up in a lot of aspects. And I was so grateful to meet these people. So I hope you will look back and look at these. And I was doing healings on shows and doing color readings. So that's where I go. I've been doing readings for quite some time. So this is nothing new under the sun, as my friend Lester Loving would say. So I'm always about helping my people. And I really, really enjoyed my psychic fair and spiritual healing fair. I know as we do this, as I continue to do this, it's going to get bigger and better. That's what I like about doing the psychic fair. They get bigger and better each time. So the show we did on the 24th was nice. The show we did on the 31st was on Halloween was nice. The people we had on there was nice. The information that was provided was nice. I just really enjoyed it, and the energy that was shared was nice, and feeding each other energy of bouncing and coming of accord. Like, I like that energy. So that is the wonderful thing about relating and talking to people and getting an understanding. So what I want you to think about, what can you do as a thought? What can you do in your community for someone that's not able to get out? What is something that you can offer your community? In what way? Another thing, and when you think about your life, what are you passing on to your children, your future grandchildren, or the people around you? How was that baton that you've learned? How are you passing it on? And what way? And when people think about you and your character, how does that come across? That's just a thought for today. I want you to think about it. But I hope you will be here tomorrow. My show is 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we'll be doing some different things. Friday, I also like that show. I guess more I'm a weekend after hours kind of a person. That's 9 o'clock, where I'll be doing spiritual readings. Reason I picked that time specifically on Friday was because some readers get off of Blog Talk and they have nobody to go to. And I found a couple of them actually looked me up and actually got a couple readings. And the good part is that they became one of my subscribers at Blog Talk. So I'm grateful for that. So I'm glad I'm doing the work. What about you? So I want to say to all my people out there, it's been Dr. D from Food Alchemy. I'm out of here, friends. Hope to see you again. See you tomorrow. Toodles.